Hey guys, I'm back again with another knife from TacKnives. This is their BF16 model. And before we get going on this, I definitely have to say they are throwing their hat into the ring to compete with the budget knives, competing against the Cividian, the F and Grow. New one that just came out is the Remet, and maybe some of the less expensive CRJBs and the Civivi knives that are running within that $35 to $50 mark. So this is definitely have listened to their customers. I don't know if I mentioned before, but right before the holidays, received an email from them thanking their customers and saying that they were listening to everybody's input and feedback on their knives, and they are definitely stepping up their game. So this one here is a drop point blade with D2 steel with the hardness of 59 to 60. The blade finish is a diamond-like carbon coating, which displays similar properties to that of diamond, which are hardness, wear resistance, and reduced friction. The overall length for this is 8 1/8 inches long. The blade is about 3.6 inches. The handle is 4.5 inches, and the knife weighs 4 ounces. They definitely stepped it up. I don't know if you can see it, but the frame is kind of have a stone wash finish to it, which really complements the black scales and the diamond-like coating on the blade. So it's very nice. Right out of the box, great action on both for left-handed and right-handed people. The locking mechanism was excellent right on there. Great locking. No play up or down, side to side. As you can hear, the detent snaps right in there, so definitely nice action. Nice pocket clip. As you can see, hopefully, let me pull that up there a little bit. Not a deep carry pocket clip, but definitely a nice one. A little bit less profile compared to the one on the BF12. Ergonomics is excellent. Get a nice grip. Again, no jimping up there, but it's okay. I mean, that's, I guess, is a preference if you want jimping up there. No jimping on the lock bar, but you don't need it. Nice ergonomics. The clip does not, as a left-handed person, you're not feeling the clip digging into you. It's a nice real profile. Kind of wish they had this kind of a clip on the BF12 and all that. But here, let me just also give you some comparisons here. This is the Rook 801. I think it's the PF 801 or P801. And of course, the QSP Penguin. So just a little bit comparison. It's kind of a little bit bigger than both of those knives. And then we have of course, the BF12, which is also the tack knife, which has become my everyday carry for right now. But if you look, you can see that profile on that clip is a little bit more. You can feel it a little bit compared to the BF16. So there's been some changes, and they are definitely making strides. So definitely check them out. The reason this one has not moved over to my everyday carry is the scales. The scales don't feel as hardy. They feel a little bit thin, a little bit like, definitely not like on the BF12. And that's why I've kept the BF12 as my everyday and using it every day at work and all that in case it drops. I just feel like that's the one miss on this knife is the scales. They're just a little bit thin. They just don't feel as sturdy or as robust as on the BF12. It is a D-shaped pivot compared to this just being a cylinder style pivot. So it definitely an improvement there. The The screws are a T8 on the pivot, and the handle screws are T6s. But again, very nice, good action, good access to the lock bar. Again, as looking this from a left-handed, the only miss is not having that reverse clip. I wish they would do that on both of these, would have been nice. But again, like I say, I conceal carry on my left side, so having my knife in my right hand is not an issue for me. But I do like having a knife on my left side every occasion if I'm not carrying, conceal carrying or anything like that. And like I said, being a left-handed, I'm looking to do reviews and giving my perspective from a left-handed person. Now, if you're used to wearing a right-handed pocket clip on your left side and deploying it, to me it felt a little awkward. Great knife. Both of these are great knives. Let me get this one out of the way since I'm reviewing the BF16. This definitely is an excellent knife for a budget knife. I mean, no comparison. Like I said, I think the scales, but again, that's just my opinion, my preference. I just felt like they weren't as robust as the one on the BF12. But it's definitely a nice knife. Definitely would recommend this knife to anybody, and definitely I would check them out. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'm not sure if there's anything I missed here, but I didn't. But again, if you like it, please give me thumbs up, share it, and subscribe, and hit that notification button so when I do another review that you'll get notified. I did order one of their newer knives, and they aren't naming some of these newer knives, so I got the Komodo, and that should be coming out shortly. And I like them. I like their knives. Truthfully, I like looking for the underdogs, the ones, things that are flying under the radar that haven't been picked up yet. And this is definitely one of those knives that you're flying under the radar, and you definitely would want to check them out. They are definitely, like I said, they threw their hat into the ring to be a competitor in the budget entry-level knives. So, again, check them out. All right, guys, have a good one.